Hi guys, welcome back to Football United TV. This is Gunners from All Corners, the show where we say Arsenal in multiple different languages.
And English.
Stephen was doing a really and in English, yes. I'm speaking English, am I not? Okay, so right after the intro. E aí, gente, bem-vindo. No, I'm kidding.
You could try. You otherwise we say multiple different language apart from Stephen only speaks one.
I thought I'm meant to say multiple different accents. If I said language, I actually it was a mistake. Did I say language?
Yes,
languages.
you said language.
I'm supposed to say accents. No, we speak English here. I mean, we do speak more than one language, Caio and I, but like this, it's not what it's about. It's
Yeah,
about
you're
accents.
disabling the guy that can't speak any language apart from his own
My
language.
bad. I apologize.
And he can't even. Sometimes I can't even speak that. Speak
If
gibberish.
it makes you feel better, I'm not better in English than you are in Portuguese.
I think you are. I think you
You're a
are.
lot better. You're a lot better, mate.
Have you ever heard him say Bruno Guimarães? It's scary. It's scary.
I think
My mouth can't cope
Magalhães
with it.
is worse than Guimarães.
You think
How
what?
do you say it again?
You think what?
Magalhães is worse than Guimarães
Magalhães.
because Guimarães there are lots of Guimarães from Portugal
Yeah.
and not many
Guimarães.
Magalhães.
How am I say Guimarães?
Guimarães.
Guimarães.
Yeah, it's good.
Guimarães. Bruno Guimarães.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, fuck
Close,
this. I'm
that's
Oh,
close.
it's okay.
That's
okay.
that's
just
why I had
getting you to
come
do
up
the
with
play
GMAD.
ratings from now on, man. I'm calling him BG. I'm calling him the BG. Like the BG's the BG. The BG.
We don't
That's
have,
one called.
we don't have to talk about him. He's
Is he
at
not here
Newcastle.
anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite Marley
Oh.
trying to suck him off the whole fucking
Dude,
window.
I tried very hard. I tried really hard. I really did. I sent him messages. I sent Edu messages. Nothing
I did
worked.
too.
So, yeah, there you go. There you
Hello,
go.
is it me you're looking for?
I tried everything, guys. I tried everything. Anyway, we're in the wake of finally a win. We won this year for the first time, even though the ref made it really hard for us.
For fuck's sake,
Yes,
here we go.
yes. You know, I'm gonna get that out of the way really quickly.
Oh,
Steve and I
Jesus
just spent a
Christ.
long time. I don't know who's watching right now. If you were watching Steven's stream, this might be frustrating because it's a little repetitive, but you know, like different channel, and I want to hear Kaio's thoughts as well. I'm just like, it's fine. You're saying by the rule, like he should be sent off. That's fine. It's just a matter of like I'm 28. I've never seen anything like it before. Stu in the last stream said that it was actually.
Well,
it
you learn
happened a
something
couple
new
ye-
every day.
it happened a couple years ago in Northern Ireland, right? So like Martinelli doesn't watch Northern Irish football. At
Oh,
least
for
I don't think
fuck's-
he does. He's never seen it happen in Brazil or in England at youth level or professional level. So
Can I
it's
just ask, are you always paid defense lawyer?
I wish, mate. I wish.
You might as
I
well
wish.
be, mate.
The thing is, like, if you think that was a sending off, sure, like we won the game, so it doesn't matter much. But I think it's harsh to like, well, it's harsh to be harsh with Martinelli because like he didn't get the warning that the first yellow card was there. Like he's a young kid. I don't know. What's your take on that, Kaya? Do you think that was harsh? Do you think that was
My
a red
take.
card? Yeah, your take.
I think that both incidents are yellow card incidents, but at the same time, I think it is very harsh to present the two yellows, one following the other. So I don't know. It doesn't seem to me to be in good faith, you know. But at the same time, it's stupid from him. I think he will learn. He's only 20 years old. I would be much more worried if we were seeing this kind of stuff coming from Ben White and Gabriel Magalhães and Tomiyasu and Partey also. He was showed the yellow card early in the game, and then he managed the situation. So it's okay. In the end of the day, we won, and that's what matters the most.
Yeah, yeah. You wanna quickly let my viewers know what you think, Steven. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
look, everyone loves Martinelli. I love Martinelli as much as anyone, right? But you know me, I don't. It's like with any manager, I don't have any affiliation with players anymore. That part of me grew out of me as a child, right? With Henri. In the end, players will come, players will go, and Arsenal players come more often and go more often than they used to be. So I'll criticise a player and I'll praise a player when they do well. I'll criticise when they do bad. Martinelli, though, did being a top quality player, a great player that he is, and a great potential for the future, it's not got to be sitting there, and he's got to learn from what he's done. And for the simple fact is, yes, there are two bookable offences. People can say, yes, he can't predict that a referee's going to give him a sending off. But everyone loves to say he's got a great football IQ, right? If you've got a great football IQ, you need to.
I don't
Well,
think
no,
anyone's
no.
ever said that, Steven.
Well, no. Even if people have said that or not, because the amount of times he has been able to create situations and create chances for our team, right? And he has been able to do that, right? If you've got the intelligence, right, and football know-how, you should realize that first of all, if you put your hands on someone, to be honest, the guy could have quite easily sent you off for that, for shoving him over for no reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever. You've just gone and shoved him straight off to try and stop a yellow. Well, putting your hands on someone in the eyes of the law could be seen as a red card. Could be quite easily. So, but no, he plays an advantage, which means in that passage of play, if it's stopped, it's a yellow card, right? 6 seconds later, by the time he makes the second foul, it's been enough time to be in the next phase of play. That means the hands have come down, you're in the next phase of play. So that means the tackle he has made is now another separate incident. So that means it is now made two separate incidents that are both bookable offences. You've taken someone out from behind and you've pushed someone over 6 seconds earlier, which they just played the advantage for and got the advantage for. So I'm sorry, as much as Martinelli can sit there, scream, shout, kick, can trash his room up for all he cares, he's got to sit there and blame himself for that because he's done a Xhaka. He's been stupid. He's been stupid, basically. And what's worrying is not that so much the senior players are now doing it, the younger players are now doing it. We've had 2 goals and 4 red cards in 2022. How's that work? Right? We've had 14 red cards in the last 3 years under this manager. What the hell is going on? Right? And we've got a manager coming out after a game saying, I don't know how to solve the discipline issues. Well, you're the manager, mate. Set the standard, set the mentality, set the discipline of this club, right? If people are stepping out of line, you punish them. So if Martinelli does a red card, you dock him the wages for his week that the game is banned, and then he comes back and then he learns. If Xhaka does the same, if Xhaka does it and gets a 3 match ban, you dock him 3 weeks' wages, and doesn't, so, which is what he's worked until he comes back. Simple as that. Got to start handing punishments out when these players do these kind of things. Because if you keep blaming the refs all the time, and also I think the fan base can also be a part of this, is so many times our fan base has gone, oh, the fans, oh, the ref, it's always against us, it's always a red card, it's always against Arsenal, we get so many done decisions, it's always against us. Why don't we actually stop and actually take a look at ourselves and says, why isn't it, if we think it's so against us, why is it we keep giving the ref the option? Why do we make it such an option for the ref to give him the decision to send him off? If we
I agree
think
with
it's
that.
so against us,
Yeah.
we should be thinking, don't give him the absolute opportunity. Don't give him the opportunity.
I don't
At
think
all.
anyone can disagree with that. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. It's just that I feel like my complaints, when I'm complaining, I'm not going easy on the. In this particular case, just like you gave him a 0 in your player ratings. I feel bad for Martinelli because, mate, he didn't know, dude. He didn't know, and I feel like most
That you
players
should,
don't. And now
but
he
if he's
learned.
put his hands up,
Awesome.
but if he's put his hands up for an advantage, you know you've committed an offence. So you must think, I could get a yellow card for that, especially if I've put my hands on someone. You could
Yeah,
get
but
a
that
yellow
like,
card for that. So you
but
need to
that's a
anticipate.
free
That's where you need
throw.
to
So
anticipate. Yeah, but it's an anticipation. You must anticipate for that.
giving the advantage to Wolves in this case is unnecessary if you're giving Martinelli the yellow card. So you stop the play and give Martinelli a yellow card. That's what he thought was going to happen, mate.
No,
Martinelli
but he thought
expected to
no,
get a
but
yellow card there.
the ref. How did the ref know that he was going to do another foul 10 seconds later?
No, but that's like if you're giving a yellow card in a free throw thing, like you stop the play.
Yeah, but the advantage, but
there wasn't an advantage. It's not like they were going
it
forward
was
or
because,
anything.
but no, because as soon as he threw the ball, they're off. They're off down the end of the park and attaching our back line. So there is an advantage. There is an advantage. There was no one challenging him apart from Martinelli. No one attached the winger until Martinelli turned up. No one went near him. So there was an advantage to be played. That's why the ref did it.
Right, dude.
Because he went the whole length of the field and started attacking Tierney, which is why Martinelli stepped in and then took him out.
To finish my argument, this time I am defending Martinelli. I think a lot of people are being harsh on him, very harsh. Like he's a 20-year-old from Brazil. Like he's never seen anything like this. None of us have ever seen anything like that. I know it's easy. It's easy for you to say that now, like sitting, not playing. It's easy for us, like not in the heat of moment, to think, yeah, he should have anticipated that he got a yellow card there. That's not how the brain works. He's never seen anything like it. But when I complain about these red cards, I'm not saying Xhaka is not stupid. I hate Xhaka with all my heart. You know that.
No, but unlike Xhaka, and this is the one thing I will give credit Martinelli for, I know for a fact Martinelli will sit there and learn from that. I know Xhaka won't. Right? I know Xhaka will be that stupid.
We got to move on from this because I still got to ask Cousin what he feels about this. But that's the end of my argument. Like I'm not taking the blame away from players like mainly Xhaka, who does something stupid pretty much every game. But the inconsistencies with the ref are still causing me a lot of frustration. And I'm not going to stop talking about it because I do feel like it's inconsistent. The only game I remember where we were kind of favored was perhaps against United because Smith Rowe's goal was
shouldn't be
like
favored.
weird.
It should. You should be asking for favoritism. You should be asking for equal.
That's the thing, and it hasn't been equal because Arsenal is on the wrong end of the stick like most times. That's what I'm saying. Cousin, did you think that was a fair red card? We got to move on to talk about the actual game because I just wanted to get this out of the way.
All right, what have I missed? I'm all right. I'm fine, mate. And you?
Hey, look.
What have I missed?
Look, guess what? I've changed it. Look at his defense lawyer. Look at him. Yeah, I just got this on my phone from Martinelli himself.
Is that the shirt I'm wearing now? Dude, you're fast. That was really quick. Holy crap. Okay.
You didn't notice me go up to like this.
Cousin, Caio, like he understands that it was a red card. He feels like it's harsh, but he understands. I don't even understand. I feel like it's wrong to give him a red card there.
Yeah,
Stevens
apparently
vehemently
Brazilians
thinks that I'm
don't
an
get red
idiot.
cards over there.
So, Anthony, what did you make of that Martinelli red card? Quickly.
Well, first of all, I want to say, Troy, I'm glad we won. You know, we kept clean sheet. Glad we won, and obviously another Brazilian got our goal, Gabriel. You know that was good. The other thing was obviously with the sending off with Martinelli. I was discussing with an Arsenal fan, and he actually said to me, he said, "Do you understand why Martinelli got sent off?" It's debatable. If you ask me, it is debatable, but I feel with him being sent off, I feel maybe it may have been a little bit harsh. You know, I most probably will say that. I can understand the yellow card, but the sending off, no, it is an awkward one to discuss it. You know, it is an awkward one. I feel no. I feel that he shouldn't have been sent off.
Why is that?
In my opinion, I don't know, Steve. I just feel like I've only seen a clip of it, and the clip I seen from it, it felt like I didn't feel like he should have got sent off.
Is that because one of them wasn't a too bookable offence, or only one of them was a bookable offence, or was
We
it in
gotta-
both same
You
passage of
lost.
play?
3-1, Stephen. Let's move on.
No,
Let's move on.
I'm
But
fine. I ain't finished with this.
We
No,
have
I
to.
ain't
We
finished
have
with this.
to.
I'm finished with this.
Nate,
Let him
we have
answer.
to.
Just let him. You gotta get. No, I'm not gonna say. I just want to hear like what the reasoning is.
I can't really can't really give much of a reason. From what I've seen, in my opinion, Stephen. In all fairness, I don't think it was a red card. I just don't. I think he should have obviously had the yellow card, but come straight out and then it was a sending off. It was it was a bit harsh. But I mean, look, he's young. He's still learning the game. You know, that sort of thing. I do feel he's harsh. There's people who said that he deserved to be sent off. He's one of those that you can actually call. You know, is it like if it's a 50-50 down the line or whatever? And it is.
Anthony, I'm
not gonna lie. I mean, at the end of the day, if Stephen reckons he deserves to be sent off, that's fine. You know, that's Stephen's opinion. You know, we've all got different opinions on this. Whether Arsenal are going to try and protest against this, is sending off.
I think they will. I think they might get it overturned. To be honest.
Yeah, they most probably would. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I probably
like
would
you
as
said,
well.
it's debatable, and like I said, but the only thing I say to it, if it was in the same passage of play, you got a point. It wasn't. They played 6 seconds advantage. That means the hands have come down. That means there's a different phase of play. So that means there's another separate incident. So, and if it's 2 separate incidents, they're 2 bookable offences. You're taking someone out from behind when he's on the run. When he's bearing down on your defence. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's why
I think like that. It's the whole it's tough to dispute when someone's using the rule book, and Steven's not wrong. Like if it's in the rule, it's in the rule. The thing is, technically, aren't like correct me if I'm wrong. Mainly Caio and Nitesh here because you're like more like football nerds more than the rest of us. And that's a compliment. I hope you know that. if the goalie holds the ball for over 6 seconds, it's supposed to be a foul, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a foul over 6 seconds.
When is that ever given? Because most games that happens more than once.
No, what happens is the keeper dives on the ball and then he gets 6 seconds to roll it out. So he if whenever he wastes time, he dives on the ball. That's when you see
players hold on to the ball for like 20 seconds very frequently, mate. It happens, and it's not usually given. So it's one of those.
How quick is your 20 seconds?
Because refs are.
There's time speed over there in Brazil.
Anyway, dude, we got to move on from that. I'm just saying, like,
He's coming out with all the excuses here. Look at it. Because I'm in a different continent. Time goes faster over it.
Dude, if it's 10 seconds, if it's 7 seconds, the argument's still the same. I'm just saying, it really feels like the ref truly did this just to, like, get some more minutes of notoriety. But anyway, I'm gonna start with Nitesh. What were your thoughts on that game? Did you appreciate the performance overall? What are your highlights from that?
Of course you
Give
did.
us
We
your.
won.
Yeah, of course we
Some
won.
really did.
No, but that was just to piss Steven off. But anyways, the overall thing is, I mean, we went on an away game, which was obviously going to be a tough one. It wasn't going to be an easy game. I had predicted, I think, it to be one of the toughest games. I thought we could even lose this one because they are in form right now. And we went there. Uh, we lost a man, which is generally never good for us. Red card. And at times, like, see, Wolves is no Manchester City. If this was Manchester City, we would have lost the game. But because Wolves does not have that kind of quality, Jimenez was missing. Uh, Podence was not that great. Some of their players were just not into the game. I think we have defended well and have managed to get all 3 points here. So maybe a better quality-wise team would have done more than what Wolves did once we went down to 10 men. But credit to our team as well that we defended well. The change to bring on Rob Holding and then play Fai at the back, everything worked out well for us. So why would I not celebrate a win which we have earned with 10 men on our travels, which is supposed to be a jinx for Arsenal? We don't win on our travels. So I'm happy with the result.
Absolutely, absolutely. Caio, do you have anything to add to that?
About the game, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was not the show ball Arsenal could have played against Wolves and
When did they do that?
against
Played a couple
City.
of good
Come
games,
on,
yeah.
we played show ball with 11 men against City. So last show we talked about having the ball and being able to build up to get to the last third of the pitch against Wolves. And I think that in the first half, we managed to do that. We kind of managed to do that. It was not our best display ever, but as I have said in the podcast I recorded yesterday, I think that we are showing signs of having comprehended the message from the coach, of knowing how to win against in these games that are very fought, in these games that are tough against tough opponents. And I think that's very positive because in the end of the day, if we want to get to the top four, we need to get these crappy wins, 1-0 against Wolves, at Wolves, and one man down. So it's very positive in my opinion. Sure, we could have played better, but it's okay. I expect a better game against Brentford, even though I also know that Brentford is a tough opponent. Another back five, another team that will sit back and try to exploit the spaces behind our back line. But we gotta do what we gotta do, and we come on. Lacazette missed a clear opportunity yesterday, and I can only think when we get a striker, we will be back to top four. When we get a striker, we will be back competing against City, against United, against Chelsea. So I'm happy. I'm very happy.
All right, man. I'll get back to the Lacazette thing very shortly. But Steven, are you all right, mate? Steven, are you okay? Okay. Well, I'll see if he messages me shortly. Hopefully he's okay. Cousin, what are your thoughts on that game?
To be honest with you, I predicted this game first of all before obviously the game started. I predicted a 1-1 draw. The reason being, I thought if it was a 1-1 draw, I would have been happy because in their last 5 games, Wolves has won 3 in their last 5 games, and they've drawn 1 and lost 1. So, in all fairness, going back over the predictions, Wolves have been playing really well. I mean, obviously, we haven't been playing that great, obviously, as you know, and
Yeah.
we're struggling now because we've got new depth in this squad, in this team now because of the players we've actually got rid of. But yeah, I was happy to go in with a 1-0 win. I'm glad Gabriel scored. You know, it was someone different in the squad. You know, a centre back. So, in all fairness, I think fair play to him. Fair play to the team, obviously keeping a clean sheet as well. Unfortunately for Martinelli getting sent off, but it's like what I said. We are lacking that final third of the pitch, really. And when I mean that, that's obviously a striker. So
For sure. For sure. Steven, you okay, mate?
Yeah.
Right. So, do you agree with what people have said here? That's fine.
About the game itself.
Yeah, and
I
also
mean,
like
obviously, I
it's
struggled.
mm,
I struggled to watch the game itself. 'Cause,
yeah.
like, I couldn't do my watch along. So
Mhm.
I watched highlights of it, and a lot of times we probably would have bottled that at the end. So I think we were lucky in a sense that maybe Jimenez is not the player he was since his injury.
Mhm.
Because I think if he was that player he was when he was before his injury, we could have been in trouble. And plus the fact that Wolves have been struggling to put the ball in the back of the net and create chances because of it. And in a weird sense, having a player sent off sort of helped us in that favour because we had then to just do one thing, which was part of the bus. And yeah, so those last 20 minutes, you do what you got to do, and fair play to Arteta, he did so. And
By the way, just a quick thing on Jimenez, like he's been doing really poorly, and he tried to score like the most beautiful goal towards the end.
Yeah,
And Caio,
who?
1 second, what was the name of that guy? Because I immediately thought of that guy who said "Agora eu se consagro." I just
Milton Leite. No,
Milton Leite, yes, it's a famous narrator in Brazil, and it's just like he hasn't done anything in so long, and he thinks he's gonna score that worldy. But anyway, go on. That was
Yeah,
fun.
like I said I would I wasn't confident, but I thought I'd back my team to win 1-0. If it was going to win, it was going to be a 1-0, and it'd be a scrappy game, and it's exactly what it was.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, you got it.
and I also said that we'd have someone sent off, but I did think it was going to be Granit Xhaka. But so at least I got 90% of it right. But yeah, I mean, fair play to Arteta. He saw the situation that we had after the sending off, and instead of trying to get a second goal, trying something extravagant, he just park the bus and do the thing that the only thing we could do, because this is not the Arsenal of old where we could possibly sacrifice a player like like a Gilberto or someone and still play with 10 men and beat the crap out of Liverpool, beat the crap out of Wolves or even Liverpool as we did back in the day. So, but yeah, I'm still astonished that friggin' the test thought we were going to lose at one point. Because that's just astonishment.
Well, Steven got it spot on, right? Like he predicted a 1-0 victory with a red card. I predicted 2-1, but I did predict GMAG scoring, so I'm
you
quite
did get a
proud of
scoreline,
my
mate. So you fucked that one up.
But guys, I was talking about this, and it sounds like a joke, but it's really not. I was talking about this with Steven and Natasha on Steven's channel just now. Caio, Anthony, do you feel like Lacazette could actually become a better player if he rebranded himself as a midfielder, like Joelinton at Newcastle?
Sure,
Like
man.
Wayne Rooney did.
And actually, I have said that in my podcast recently. For me, Lacazette is a midfielder, attacking midfielder.
Hang on, this is exactly what Wayne Rooney did towards the latter stages of his career.
No,
you
but
saw him when he
Rooney
played
was
at
way better
England.
than Lacazette.
No, no, yeah, I know. Before you get down me down that route, I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying is that as he got older and he lost his pace, he started to come deeper and started collecting ball from deep and driving it forward, right? Which is more. He started to become more of a cam rather than playing up. I think Laka would be, to be fair, because if we play Laka, we play basically a false nine. It's basically what we do, right? And that's basically what we're doing every game. And I think part of me thinks Arteta, like, he plays Laka thinking he's going to play a striker, but he's not realizing he's playing a false nine at times. So I'd like, if he wanted to play as a striker, I'd happily see Pepe go up top and Laka be in the hole and see if that works.
That will be the next topic. But what's your take on the Lacazette thing, Caio? Because you want to talk.
Yeah, no, I think that Lacazette was always a second striker, even at Lyon. And I don't know, the recruitment was wrong, point blank. And
He
now...
wasn't that bad at Lyon, no?
Sorry?
At the time. He wasn't that bad at Lyon at the time, though, was he?
I
No,
don't
he
know.
wasn't. No, he was a good striker at Lyon. I mean, if he wasn't
Yeah,
that
no,
great,
but the way he played, it was always coming behind, even a winger. And he does it at Arsenal also. So he's not that reference, and he has a big difficulty to finish at one time finish. It's crazy. I don't know. He never finishes one time finish. It's always okay. Let me get the ball. Let me hold. Let me turn. Let me spin it. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. Some people like to say he was never good, but I remember like some fans that have loved to say that he was never good at Ligue 1. Like, well, his last season with Lyon, he played 30 games in Ligue 1 and scored 28 goals and 3 assists. In total, in that season, he scored 45. Played 45 games and scored 37 goals and 5 assists.
yeah, and that's why, in all fairness, that's why Arsene Wenger bought him.
And also 6 yellow cards, which probably means he holds up the play and like causes fouls and stuff.
Yeah,
but
but
Seth
this
and I
is-
were looking at the numbers because he's usually not a huge high scoring player, but he's had like 1 or 2 seasons at Lyon where he scored a little more than he's used to, because you don't see a lot of seasons where he's got over 20. Lacazette's not that kind of player.
Let's look at it this way. I mean, obviously, he played for Lyon. He's
did it
playing in the French
the
league,
previous
wasn't he?
season.
So, in all fairness, obviously Arsene Wenger bought him. He come over to a much tougher and faster league, in my opinion. And in his first season, he got 18 goals, Lacazette, in his first season. So, in all fairness, that wasn't that bad.
And it was also a side that was failing because like Wenger was at his low point. He was at his lowest point, and he was on his way out. So, like, it was a team that was never going to be challenging for top 4, top 5. It was not even challenging for top 5. It was struggling to keep Burnley behind them. So you got to counter that fact. You're saying you're looking at numbers. 2014-15, 40 games, 31 goals. 2015 and 16, right? He scored 40, played 44 and scored 23. And then obviously this year before he came to us, which is what I just read out, which is 45 and 37. So he's always been, so he was worth the money we paid for him. That is doubt.
I never said he wasn't.
Oh, no, I'm just saying some fans seem to think that he wasn't. Like he always was worth the money.
No, he was a great player, mate.
But obviously, like
Just that he wasn't
Anthony
that
said,
number
it's
9.
2 different leagues.
Yeah.
And like you said, he had what? Let me have a look. Let me just try and look back at these stats again. Sorry.
No, another problem was everyone wanted him to be the next Henry after Walcott failed to do so. He wasn't nowhere
Well, yeah,
near.
when you bring a Frenchman as a striker, you're going to automatically compare him to one. He actually said if the first season he scored 17 goals in in 39 games, and 32, and 14 of those goals and 32 of those games were in the Premier League. And the season after, I think he got Player of the Year that season. Is it? No, 35 games, 13 goals, and 10 assists. And then
He
the
got
year
player of
before,
the season
Yo,
in
Kai, Kaio's
third
been
season.
wanting to talk for a long time now. I think
sorry.
you've been itching.
I don't want to go any further on this topic, but I don't think he was worth it. I don't think. I really think that he's not that player. If I'm watching his goals from Lyon. I had done it
A lot of
before,
PK.
but these are very soft goals. They would never happen in the Premier League. First, a lot of penalties. Second, that okay, we know he's good at penalties, and I think that the best season he had at Arsenal, it was the first Emery season. I think he scored
18,
crazy
mate.
amount of goals, and he was overperforming
He
by
wasn't.
far his numbers.
His numbers were better in the last Wenger season than the first Emery season.
Sorry.
I just looked at his first Emery season was worse than the last Wenger season.
The
So
last player
his
of the-
his
okay,
first
okay. Got
season at
player of the
Arsenal,
season.
which was
Okay.
Wenger's last season, was his ever's
Okay.
best season at Arsenal. He never got anything better after that.
But he got player of the season for a season.
He
with
got played
Emery.
his season. I think probably because he got 13 goals, which was only 4 behind what he got last season. Plus, he got so many more assists because he was assisting Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
played-
CM now.
He played more like a linking up striker, even when Aubameyang was around, and Aubameyang was the main man up front. So I think that is why I keep saying, and when I was defending him as well, his main job was not just to score goals, but to create for Aubameyang as well. He and Ramsey both.
Yeah. So that's actually a cool topic. One of the last ones we can touch here. But what do we do till the end of the season? I'm assuming Arteta is going to be insisting with Lacazette. There's not much
Sit
else
there
to
and
do.
watch Aubameyang go for Arteta as he scores loads of goals at Barca.
I really don't think that's going to
So-
happen.
Oh,
But
sorry,
like
was I speaking out loud?
what do you guys reckon we do now? Do we try something else? When Martinelli's back, do we play him at 9? Do we play Pepe? No one likes Nketiah. Lacazette's been horrible. What do we do? Beerith?
I've said this from time. Pay Martinelli up front.
So
Why not?
that's your call. That's probably what I
Play
would do
Martinelli
too.
up front. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. And play Pepe on the left, right? Who has an overlapping. He'll get an overlapping runner in Tierney, for example. So you'd have that plus also the freedom to cut inside. Plus also play the ball into rather than in front of him, like to feet. Play Saka on the right and put Odegaard in the middle. Or if you really wanted to, and you really didn't want Pepe on the side, put Smith Rowe on the left.
Yeah.
Right? But do something. If you're gonna have Lacazette as a number 9 option, right, as a replacement for Odegaard, or number 10, option, then that then frees up the chance for Smith Rowe to be on the left and Martinelli to be the striker. And people say he hasn't done it. He's played up top for Liverpool at 5-5 draw. Scored the majority of those goals, and also he done it. He's done it against Chelsea, I believe, as well. 2-2 draw.
King.
He's done it. So he's got the confidence to do it. So he should prove it and give him the chance.
Right.
Why not give him the chance?
Steven,
Like, we all be saying he's going to be a striker eventually.
even Eddie Nketiah was scoring in the Europa League. Don't compare the League Cup to the Premier League. And the other thing is, The
Whoa,
second
whoa,
thing
whoa,
is,
whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't
No,
like
hang on. I was
we
comparing.
don't have time
Hang
for
on. I was
arguments.
comparing Liverpool, his game against Liverpool, and plus also he also ran halfway down the Stamford Bridge with 10 men and put it past them to get us a vital point.
Pick up, Miss Mel.
that is one
Yeah,
game,
Miss Mel.
one goal. That does
Yeah,
not
but
make his
it
career.
proves. No, it doesn't make
We
his
don't
career,
have
but
time
it
for this.
proves
We don't have time
it
for this.
deserves
We
the
don't.
chance.
We don't have time for this. I like your opinion, Stephen. I agree with it. That's probably what I would do. But I want to hear what everyone thinks without being
Otherwise, we're
disputed, though.
stuck.
Nitesh, I was gonna go to Cousin because he's spoken less, but Nitesh, you had the word already. So, what would you do with the striker situation?
With the striker situation, I think it's best that we start playing a false nine. Martinelli is already in the mold of playing well on the wing. All he needs to do is come inwards a bit more rather than pushing outwards. If he's more direct like Smith Rowe is, I think he gets a lot of chances in front of goals where he can take the shot rather than trying to pass it around. I referenced the same one I told you in the previous video as well. He turned left, he played a blind pass, but there was no one to play the pass to. At that point of time, either just take a shot or invite a challenge and get a foul. That is what he needs to do, be more direct and more central. And Martinelli is already doing all those things by playing on the left hand side, so we don't need to bring him inwards. We can rather have, if Lacazette is continuing to play right now, because in this system our striker is actually playing like a false nine, as we know. He's playing as a midfielder. So the thing is, Martinelli playing
Playing with 10 men.
central. If Martinelli is playing central, he has to come back, and that takes him away from the goal. While Arteta wants Martinelli to be in front of goal and taking those chances and shots or making those runs. So he doesn't want his back towards his face towards his own teammates. He wants his face towards the goal, and that is what changes when you bring Martinelli to the center in this system. So rather than having him there, either play Smith Rowe as a false nine or try Pepe as a forward occasionally if Lacazette is not able to finish, even like against Brentford. Give him one last chance, because anyways he's off at the end of the season. He's not probably going to extend. So his creative play, his link up play is not a problem. His finishing is the issue. But if he's able to link up and we score a goal, I think that compensates for his finishing if he does not finish.
Hang on a minute. Did you just say play Smith Rowe as a false nine
Yeah,
as an option?
yeah,
We got knocked out of Europe doing that.
yeah.
That
He
was
played
one
well,
game.
but
That was
No,
one
no,
game.
no, no. I'm not doing that again. No,
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 it
was
no,
one
no.
game.
his work
Steven,
rate was
no,
great.
no.
No disputing. No
Mate,
disputing
that
to
one
each his
game
own.
knocked us. Hang on, that one game knocked us out of Europe.
No disputing to
And
each
what
his
was
own.
Pepe doing in that game?
I would
Sorry,
I would prefer.
no.
It's fine. I would prefer playing Martinelli at 9 than Smith Rowe as a false 9. But I get
Give
I
him a
get what Nitesh is
chance,
saying.
man.
Cousin, what would you do
Try something
with the striker
different.
situation?
Well, with this, first things first. I'll just make this first bit quick. You said, "What do we do?" I mean, the best thing for Arteta to do is just take one game at a time as it comes, and pick out the
There's
best
a better
team,
one.
and pick out the best team as possible against whatever team we are going to play against.
That makes plenty
You know,
sense.
he's going to have some plan or some backup plan, to obviously play against these teams. Within the position, I mean, people saying about Lacazette being a cam. Now, I'm not being funny. If you're going to play Lacazette as a cam, that's going to affect Smith Rowe's position, and that's going to affect Odegaard's position. It
Cause
is.
I see him as a CM. I want him to play alongside Partey. But you go ahead. Keep going.
Well, Lacazette.
Yeah, that's right. See him growing as a player. Yeah.
No, you might as well stick him in goal, cuz.
He's probably going to do better than a striker, mate. He can't shoot anymore.
No, I think, to be honest with you, it's like what I said. You're going to have to play, as we know, it's going to be like Smith Rowe in the middle, Saka on the right, and most probably, all right, when he's back, Martinelli on the left. I do believe in that striking role. Obviously playing Lacazette up front still. Why not give the option to Pepe as well? Rotate them round each game between Pepe and Lacazette. And whoever plays better and scores more goals I'm sorry, but you get first team football for doing that. You know,
I love it.
it's obvious. I mean, Pep has still got a lot to prove. I mean, Arteta's not even playing him, and I mean, a £72 million player that's doing nothing. I know, like, you know, but AFCON and that, but it's finished now. But I mean, he's got to be doing something and just play. Just give Pepe a chance. See, look, you're going to play up front this game. I'm going to play Lacazette up front next game. Whoever plays better out of both of you, yeah, you get the nod. It's that simple. They get the nod to play first team football. You know, that's their first, the first chance to play first team football up front. You'll have to. I mean, there's so many attacking players we've got, and we can rotate them round within the midfield and obviously in the striking situation. We can still do that to a certain extent, even though we haven't got hardly any depth at this squad, right? But the problem is, everybody's saying the problem is up front. It is because we're not scoring goals. But the problem is, at the minute, is our DM situation and a little bit of our defence as well. That's the issue, and the issue we've got is that spine of that team. But we haven't already got no spine. Selling all these players and getting rid of them, yeah, half of our spine is gone. Basically, you might as well say.
Cause none of the players we got rid of were part of our spine. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I know, but what I'm saying is he should go in there because look who we got. We got Shaka, who nobody likes, which is fair enough. If Elneny's in the squad and he plays crap, everybody's mooning at him. There's every now and then people moans at Partey, which is true. Come on,
No, I don't disagree with you. We need midfielders for sure.
Yeah, we definitely need, and that's what I'm saying. Is partly the spine because you think of it, we've got strikers up front that can't score. Yeah. Personally, I prefer Smith Rowe over Odegaard, and the only reason why he was 40 million because he was down on Real Madrid's books at the time because they won a bloody Champions League and the Spanish league at that time, but he was still on their books. That was the main reason why he was valued at 40 million. Personally, I didn't think he's worth 40 million, right? And then you go back into the DM situation. Everybody's saying that Partey is most probably our best player in DM, but everybody moans at him if he's not performing well in certain games. So, do you know what I'm saying? So it is the spine of the Arsenal team that's affected.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know what? I love this because I asked 3 different people and you had 3 different answers. Steven said Martinelli, Nitesh said Smith Rowe, Cousin said Pepe. Caio, what's the verdict?
He agrees with me.
I don't think any of those answers would do a better job than Lacazette. And actually, as I said previously, even though I think Lacazette is a problem for Arsenal, I don't think he is the main problem. Actually, I agree with Cousin that midfield is the biggest problem. I said that previously also. And I think that, okay, for this season, for the end of the season, we can work with Lacazette the way it is. He will lose some chances eventually, but it's okay. I don't rate yet Martinelli as a forward, a central forward. And I don't think that Pepe has the tools to play there also because my biggest concerns about Pepe are his technical security. His first touch is not the best one. Actually, it's bad. And I think that he works best when the defender shows him what he needs to do. His decision making is very poor. When he plays out wide, he always has the sideline against him. So it's easy for the fullback to corner him and make him make a decision, and he's bad at that. I think that if he plays centrally, he will have easy opportunities to go either side. But at the same time, he needs to be better in tight spaces. Lacazette is very good in tight spaces. That's his biggest skill ability. So for me, Pepe, it's kind of a mixed bag playing centrally, because even though defenders would come at him centrally and he will not have to make decisions, he will just go where he needs to go. But at the same time, he's not very secure when receiving the ball. So I would not try that. And Smith Rowe, I think his best moments are carrying the ball forward, playing from the wide positions to the central zones. I would also not use him there.
Mhm. All right, so 4 different answers. So Caio just says, "Yeah, yo, let's just hope for the best with Lacazette." So 4 different answers. King Said didn't really give an answer, but he does say that Martinelli scored his first 7 goals for Arsenal as a striker, right in the Emery years. But I don't know, he's been playing as a left winger for a long time, and ESR as well. And people keep trying to change these
That
guys,
was on me.
these two positions, and so big up from Football United TV. Thank you,
So
Maddie,
Henri
for
used to be a
watching.
left winger.
Who?
Henri
Yeah,
used to be
yeah,
a left
yeah.
winger.
I actually think Odegaard been good this season. I think he had a bad game yesterday, but I think Odegaard's been good. So to that point, I obviously didn't pull off the half hour that I was expecting to do, or 40 minutes. But just quickly, I feel like most people would agree that Gabriel Magalhães was man of the match. We should talk about him a little bit, but I do feel like we had some good performances in there. Steven's not gonna like this, but I thought Ben White was really good yesterday. I thought Cedric was really good as well, like an above average performance. Gabriel was
Lucky.
fantastic. Holding what?
Cedric lucky not to get booked.
uh, 1 second. Someone talk, because the firemen are driving me insane.
I got to agree with you, because I mean,
Mm.
Cedric was good. I think, to be honest with you, this the game just gone obviously against Wolves. I think that was one of Ben White's best games that he had played in the Arsenal shirt. To be honest with you,
Yeah, for once he could actually show he could defend.
yeah, and I because you know me, I'm not a lover on Ben White at the minute. He's still got lots to do and lots to improve for me to rate him. It's like having Harry Maguire at Man United, but obviously Ben White's on a bit of a better scale.
He's way better than Maguire.
Well, it could be worse. We could be Man United fans, couldn't we? Below us, you know, I think they'll finish 7th this season. If I'm honest. Sorry, Matt, if you're watching.
To be honest, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be
You're not
surprised
surprised at what?
if Man United do finish 7th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, like I said on my other stream, I hope West Ham don't get it now. Fuck you, Moyes. Fuck you, Kurt.
Dude, Steven,
How
it's
can-
always
how
you
can you-
dropping the F-bombs, mate.
I don't care.
It's always you.
How can you
This
hate
is
an
a new
entire
record,
club
though. New record.
because of one
Why?
player? Or
Why? Because
Why
the
what?
board had decided to not take it out of David Moyes' hands and ban Kurt Zuma from playing and punish him. Simple.
so you
Yeah,
think
I
that
don't agree
doesn't-
with what he's done. He's wrong what he's done. You know, it's obviously
I'm sorry.
It's very wrong. Very
It's
wrong.
wrong,
So if
but
they get 4th, right? I don't care if people think it's a cat. Like that cat's scarred. Right? That when they get scarred for life, they're scarred for life, and they need constant care afterwards, right? And trauma
Yeah.
and care afterwards. Trust me, my cat wasn't treated well before we got him, right?
yeah, I think his
And
brother's banned as well, isn't he?
he still feels like that now, right?
Is
When
his-
you go near him, right?
Yeah,
So they
is-
get
is
scarred
he-
for life. And yeah,
Is
his
his brother banned?
his brother's bad from Dagenham Redbridge, and they're in a playoff fight, so they can
Yeah.
do it. But West Ham can't. I hope they don't. If they get 4th, right? I'm telling you, right? Precious, like that life of a cat has been sacrificed for a game of football. Sick.
I mean, I think the cat's alive, right?
And as for,
The
and as for
cat-
Kirkland, go get some intelligence, dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk. It's horrible what Zuma did. Absolutely horrible, right? I just don't want to spend too long talking about this.
I know.
horrible thing.
I'm sorry. I just
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I
It's fine. You
can't
don't have to
stand
apologize,
it, man.
mate. I understand you. I understand you, mate.
Because if
Animal
you see people
cruelty
saw my
really
Twitter
pisses me
post,
off. It's just
I'll
not.
put pictures of my own cat up there, and I'm like, no, man. I just hope
Or-
in the next game someone like literally drop kicks him in the nuts to see how he likes it.
As long as it's not Xhaka, I'm sure the person's not going to get a red card.
It's
Yeah,
it's fine.
they're playing Leicester, so hopefully a Leicester fan will do us a favour.
All right.
If
we gotta
if
move
actually
on.
Leicester fan does come on the pitch and punches him, I'd actually applaud him.
All right,
Because all I want to say,
Go
say
ahead.
is Matt, if you're watching, obviously when
Sorry,
you
mate.
got all your details and all that underneath, if you like to put in your banking details for your credit card, and every time that Steven sees an F-bomb, yeah, he puts £1 in your account. All right, is that fair enough?
I'll take it. I'll take it. With the
Hey.
amount of F-bombs that Steven says and the conversion from reais
Hey, I
to
didn't do it
pounds
last
right
week.
now,
50 quid. You make 50 quid from a stream.
I didn't do it last
Steven's
week.
probably going to buy me my first apartment, mate.
Mate,
So,
I
yeah,
didn't do
I'm
it
looking
last
forward
week.
to
I
it.
didn't do it last week.
All right. Guys,
That
I'm
one had
looking-
to be for West Ham. That one just
I'm
had
looking
to be for West Ham.
I'm looking to wrap this up. Like, I want to hear your final thoughts, like your best performances, all the shouts you have. Nitesh, in addition to the obvious, I feel like GMAG and Holding, everyone needs to talk about those two. But who else do you feel like had a really good game, surprisingly good game? I feel like you like Cedric's performance as well.
Yeah, I think our overall defense was good. Ramsdale was good. So because we have kept a clean sheet with 10 men, obviously all of them get the credit. You can't say it was just one person. Holding had his moments. Gabriel had his moments. So defense-wise, I think everyone was good. I think Thomas Partey in midfield was the player that stepped up yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was required because both him and Xhaka were booked in the first half. And he was booked before. I think he was booked quite early as well, like I think around 20-25 minutes. So since that point of time, Thomas Partey still dictated quite some of the play. He was back defending as well. And I think when the midfield, yes, we did not create that much, but Lacazette had his chances as well. So at this point of time, when you have lost a player already, like you're down to 10 men, I think the midfield needs to do something more as well and contribute with the defensive duties. And I think Partey did his job yesterday quite well.
Awesome. Right. Steven, do you like any performances outside the players we've spoken about?
To be honest, I didn't see much of the game, mate. CB.
Yeah,
Puzzled
I'm
last
sorry.
night.
I keep forgetting that. I apologize for I keep putting you on the
Maybe-
spot. I think that's it.
I think
we
Ramsdale had a
named-
good game.
Yeah, I mean, Wolves didn't create too much to trouble Ramsdale,
But there
he
were
did-
some
he did-
key saves he had to make. So.
Yeah. Absolutely, Caio made.
It probably shows how shows how good he is that we've had to that we sort of don't count those get saves. Like
Yeah,
because of how good
it's
he's
true.
been.
Steven, I know your favorite last night was Michael Oliver. You don't need to say it.
Mate, I'll criticize a ref when he has been criticised.
Caio, speak
Yeah.
over them, please.
I think the best player of this game was my ball playing center back, Benjamin White.
Oh, for God's sake!
You thought it was better than GMAG.
Yeah, sure. I really do.
Excuse me while I take these off because my ears are bleeding.
Oh, come on. Both were good. And Holding also very good.
Right, did you want to repeat that one?
I'll send you a message.
Yeah, I'll make sure I delete it.
All right, so I thought Ben White was amazing, but I do feel like GMAG, because of the goal and the assist he should have gotten, he deserves the man of the match award. Cousin,
Yeah.
your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to have to go with the guy from your country, Charlie. I'm gonna have to go for Gabriel. He played well at centre back. Obviously, the goal was well we scored. I feel because he's a good centre back. He's physical. He's strong. He's got a presence. When he goes up to the when we have a corner, he goes up to the other box. The other 18-yard box. All players, you can feel his presence in that box, can't they? Sort of thing. So if you notice, if you watch a game, he's always got two players around him trying to mark him out of the game. But yeah, he was my man of the match. But Ben White did play good, but I gotta give it to Gabriel.
Yeah, awesome. G-Mag. Okay, Matt, no one asked you, okay? No one did.
Matt,
You
well
should not
done.
have been No, get out of here. This is not your
Matt,
show.
you
This is
know
not your
ball,
show.
my friend. You know
Hang
ball.
on, I'm going to see what he sees to me. What does he know? He's a Man United fan. He ain't
What
got
do
a
you know
clue.
ball?
He sees that
He
to me
knows
with an
ball.
Arsenal fan.
He knows ball. He knows ball, mate. That's what he knows.
Nah,
Who is
but,
it?
well,
Right.
it's Matt's opinion, and that's
Excuse-
it. It's Matt's
Ignore all
opinion,
this lot.
and that's it. But
This
Matt,
lot are just
you're
all
wrong.
Arsenal fans as usual, blaming the refs. Right, blaming the refs all the time. Right.
Yeah, okay.
Cuz, where can we find you, mate? What are you up to?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also find me on SVT TV. You can find me on Football United TV. You can find me on Dugout Daily. And we did our stream earlier today at 8 o'clock. So if you haven't watched it, watch it and press the like button. And at the end, all I'm going to say is about Harry Maguire.
All right, awesome. Thank you for being here as always. Your family, you know that.
Cheers.
The men beyond the post. Nitesh, Nate.
Yeah, I just want to add one thing we quickly forgot in the last stream that we did. Lacazette did get an assist for the goal. So credit to him there. So I think that rating goes up a bit. But the other thing, yeah.
So
the
I
other
did deserve a one.
Yeah,
you.
I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you, Stephen. Be happy. So the thing is, the other thing is, it was great being on here again and a good win for us, beating Wolves away from home. And you guys can find me on Beyond the Post on YouTube, Twitter as well. And you can check out the Facebook page, Arsenal FC Fans.
And Arteta's home number.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you as always. Great quality when we have you and Steven together. Always hard to manage, but great. Caio, meu amigo, where can we find you? What are you up to? Any final thoughts?
Here,
Can't see it,
you can
mate.
find me. People can find me
Oh.
at Twitter at AFC_FOCO. That's Portuguese content,
is.
but you can translate. Yes, here. People can translate, and also people can find me here.
Awesome. Every Friday,
Well,
guys, Caio's here with us, as well as this dude. Always here with that beautiful face that looks so happy every time he's here.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, you can find us on SVT TV. We do Arsenal and football content whilst raising awareness for and money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. We're doing a banter Q&A stream tomorrow where it's sort of a teaser to what we want to do in terms of members only live streams, which you'll gain if you become a member, which if you become level 2 or higher as a member, which is around about $4.99 a month or higher. So and all that money goes to Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Plus, check out SVT F1, where all the F1 content has been moved to that channel, where we've had 3 car launches, and we've got more of them coming next week, as long as loads of other shows on that one as well. So,
And Red
yeah,
Bull.
busy, F Red Bull.
Red Bull.
F off Red Bull. And yeah, but other than that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe here as well as SVT TV.
And drink a can of Red Bull.
Thank you, as always, my brother. And do we have any last
Mate,
comments here?
I've seen more radio messages, and I'm now convinced it is fixed.
All right, guys, support all of my friends here, all their great content. Go back and watch the streams they've spoken of. Listen to Caio's podcast, even if you don't speak Portuguese. Maybe you learn, but do check out the content he puts up on Twitter. And make sure tomorrow we have a really exciting stream where we're gonna be having a watch along for Palmeiras versus Chelsea. Any of you guys want to join us? We're gonna be happy to have you. I'm pretty sure Kai is gonna be feeling really confused for that game because he doesn't want anyone to win.
No, I'm not confused. I'm supporting Chelsea tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm
there
a
you
son of
go.
a
Yeah,
beach, and I don't care about it. Come on.
What time's that?
4 o'clock.
I don't know.
4:30 UK time. That's when the game
I
begins.
might
I
be
think we're starting.
able-
We're going
I
live
might
at
be.
4.
I
Right,
think
so-
I think Charlie from Dugout Data is on there as well.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're gonna have.
Yeah, he's
we're
on
gonna have
he's
some
on the
good
stream
friends.
as well. I think.
I'm trying to gather some Brazilians for that game as well. But yeah, it should be good. Guys, thank you so much for watching and supporting as always. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.